So, what can we do when we have morning anxiety? What can we do when we wake up and as soon as we start our day, there's some uncomfortable sensations, maybe some panic attacks, maybe some uncomfortable background anxiety? What do we do when this is what happens to us first thing in the morning? Well, there's two things that I want to share that hopefully, if you can apply this to your life, you're going to feel better in the morning and you're going to be able to handle that anxiety a lot more smoothly when it happens. So, the first thing is to get clear on how you are perceiving a threat in your environment or how you are perceiving a sense of not being safe. See, when we have anxiety, fundamentally we are perceiving a threat. On some level, we feel like we're not safe, and that is what creates the anxiety in the first place. So when you wake up in the morning, what's happening is you are perceiving a threat on some level, and that is creating all the sensations that you feel. When it comes to the threats that we perceive, they can come in many forms. For some people, it's just a dread about what they have to do today. I remember when I was in high school, I would wake up and I would get hit with this wave of anxiety and dread just because I didn't want to go to school. I hated it, and there was a lot of parts of school that filled me with dread. And so when I woke up and I realized, oh no, another day of having to go to school, that made me feel anxious. So maybe there's something in your life that you're just not looking forward to. Maybe it's a work situation or just a responsibility that you have that is overwhelming. Something in your life may be causing that dread because you're interpreting the fact that you have to just live your life today as a form of threat in general. Another form of threat could be that you're interpreting these sensations as something serious. You might have, a lot of people have anxiety in the sense that they have sensations in their body, but some of us take it further and we start to interpret those sensations as really dangerous. We start to feel like something bad's about to happen just because we have the anxiety. And this is just one big illusion. You're not in any danger when you have anxiety or any of these sensations. They can't really do you any harm. But that is a common way that our anxiety is increased and amplified in the morning when we start to feel slightly bad and we interpret those sensations as something serious. So the main point is, number one, you want to get clear on how you are interpreting threat, how you are assuming that you're not safe in your environment. This is really, really important to have some kind of reminder to yourself that you're thinking that you're not safe, you're thinking that you are in a dangerous situation, but in reality, you're perfectly okay. In a sense, you're just reminding yourself that this perception of threat is not real, it's just a perception. So, number two, once you have gotten some clarity on all the ways that you are perceiving threats in your environment, I want you to go ahead and write down all those perceptions. Write down the ways that you are assuming that you're not safe. It's important to get this vague idea out of your head and down onto a crystal clear format, such as writing it down on a piece of paper or even recording it onto an audio on your phone. It's really vital that we're able to, in crystal clear language, write down what exactly it is that we're scared of. Are we scared of the event coming up? Are we scared of the sensation that we feel? Are we scared that something might happen right around the corner? When you have the clarity to write it down, it really takes you out of being totally identified with that story. It makes it more obvious that you're afraid of something that doesn't actually exist, something that can't actually hurt you. In the middle of the anxiety, in the middle of the panic attack, it might seem like it's really real. Like these sensations, they could any minute they could grow or become something serious. Or what we have to do today is so threatening and so serious that it feels natural to be afraid and scared. But as we get closer to it, as we look at what are the sensations that we feel, what is that event that we're dreading, and we write it down on paper, we can start to ask ourselves questions. Am I in actual danger, or am I just perceiving it? Am I in actual unsafe territory, or do I just think it that way. It's really, really helpful to be able to, on a piece of paper, start to ask these questions. What happens is you realize that actually you're perfectly safe. And that is the key to overcoming the morning anxiety, is to right off the bat start to realize everything that I'm feeling right now, all of the anxiety and all the sensations that I feel right now, they're caused by a perception of threat. And as I get clear on what that perception is, and as I question it to determine, am I in actual danger, or is it just an idea? Is it just a thought? As you get clear on that and hopefully realize that it is just a thought, you're not in any danger, the anxiety that you feel will dissipate. The sensations will calm down and you'll feel a lot better. You may have to do this multiple times. You may have to practice this multiple mornings to really get the hang of it. But as you practice, you'll start to trust yourself more and more and more and feel more and more safe. As always, we just want to remind you that no matter how long you've been struggling with this, and no matter how scary it can feel, you are going to be okay. You're not alone, and you're definitely not stuck. You might just need some support. So reach out if there's a way that we can help you. Be sure to subscribe and share this video with anyone who you think might appreciate it. And in the meantime, I wish you the best. Take care, my friend.